College football week 2 is here. Um, in this video, we're going to be going over the games in the Big Ten, going to see what the layout's going to be. We already had games play Friday night, as far as Maryland, NIU, Northwestern, Western Illinois. I had no real investment in those games. They kind of went the way that I imagined they were going to. But we're going to get over some of the big games. I'm going to have 5 predictions out of the big out of all of the Big Ten games because a lot of these are just nothings. A lot of these are just Cupcake should be able to just take care of the game and be done and over with. But we are going to start with Iowa and Iowa State. Man, this game is going to be a close one. Even though there's a lot of momentum on Iowa State side, I think Iowa can come in and just do what they need to do and take over the game. But Iowa State is going to put up a fight all damn game. But my pick for Iowa versus Iowa State is going to be Iowa. We have Penn State, FIU. Who cares? Indiana, Kennesaw State. Oh boy, Indiana. You just need to just win the game. Um, a game, a game that I don't think a lot of people are talking about, but should, which I'll be tuning into quite a bit, is going to be Illinois versus Duke. I think this is a very big prove it game for Illinois. A lot of people still think that Illinois does not deserve to be ranked in this. The program is getting better. It's getting a lot better, especially within the last decade. That football program is totally different. Um, but this is a very big prove it game for Illinois, and I think they can come out and really show Duke that hey, we're not here to mess around. Minnesota versus NW State. Again, a very nothing thing. Minnesota should do what it needs to do. Ohio State versus Grappling. I hope I'm even saying that correctly because I didn't even know that was a university at all. Um, let's go with Oregon versus Oklahoma State. I think Oregon's going to take care of that game very handedly. We got Rutgers and Miami, Ohio. That should go the way that we think. Rutgers should handle that game very well. Wisconsin versus Middle Tennessee. Man, Wisconsin, you really need to prove that you can dominate a football game. I don't know. Wisconsin is just, it hurts me sometimes to watch Wisconsin football. And I really try not to because I love the aesthetic. The stadium's always rocking every time you watch the game in that, but just the team just never. God, that team just hurts to watch. We have USC versus what is it? Georgia, yeah, Georgia and Southern, I believe it is. Again, USC should be able to take care of that. We'll get into the big game that everyone's talking about out of the Big Ten. That is Michigan and Oklahoma. The big question about this game right here is Michigan real? Are are they what everybody is saying that they are? Because you'll hear it all day from Michigan fans. We we are back to where we need to be. And yeah, you guys, I still think even with beating Nevada last week, you guys you guys still have things to prove. And I think this Oklahoma game can do it for you. But I think Oklahoma is going to come into this game with all that momentum that Michigan needs because I think Oklahoma wants to prove that they are a threat. And I don't know if Michigan is going to be up for it. especially with it being in Oklahoma. That puts a whole new spin on it. If it was at the big house in Michigan, it'd be a whole different story. I'd be leaning a lot towards Michigan, but in this one, I'm going to be taking Oklahoma. So the first two picks we got right now is Iowa versus Iowa State, and then we have Oklahoma beating Michigan. Then we got Purdue and SIU. It's a nothing. Uh, this is my sleeper game for the Big Ten. Michigan State versus Boston College. I have not been impressed with Michigan State whatsoever. I really don't see it. I know they got a win last week, but for what I did see and I tuned in on, I wasn't impressed. I really was not all that impressed with them. And Boston College sometimes has those games where they can sneak up on you. They can. I I know there's not a lot of people that are going to pay attention to Boston College versus Michigan State, but in my opinion, I think Boston College is going to take it. I'm going to pick Boston College over Michigan State, hands down. Then we got Nebraska and Akron. Huh, Akron. What, that game last week, Wake Forest versus Akron? Holy crap. If you watched that game, you deserve a medal because that game was flipping abysmal to watch. It was horrible. That game was just it because I don't think I think Akron only averaged like 3 yards play on offense, and then for that game to end at what was like 10-9. That game literally felt like trying to pour just molasses out of a jar. It just went nowhere. Just bah. I wish I could forget that that game even happened. UNLV versus UCLA. I feel like this is going to be a very teeter-totter game, and just because of how much UCLA got embarrassed last week, it just absolutely dog walked last week. I don't want UCLA to win another damn game this year. I don't. Because for the first week, I took UCLA just because I had the theory like the quarterback's going to prove people wrong, that it's not just a scam, that he can just go out there and ball and have a day. But no, that did not come to fruition what the hell soever. So I'm going to go with UNLV beating UCLA. And then Washington versus UC David. That's just whatever. Um, so my 5 picks for the Big Ten games, I'm going with, again, Iowa over Iowa State, Oklahoma beating Michigan. We got Boston College beating Michigan State, UNLV taking down, and I hope just obliterating again UCLA. And then finally, it's going to be Illinois proving that they are a real threat and deserve to be ranked versus Duke. Iowa, Oklahoma, Boston College, UNLV, and Illinois. Those are my picks for the Big Ten for these slate of Big Ten games. Hopefully, the picks fall in my way, and I hope the picks fall in your way also this Saturday. We're going to be coming out also with the other major conferences: ACC, the Big 12, not I almost said ACC again, SEC, and Mountain West. So hopefully everything is going to go my way this weekend, but I'm just happy football's back. It's going to be a fun year of football for both the NCAA and for the NFL. So I hope everybody has a great weekend as far as Big Ten games. Cheer on your team. Have a great tailgate, and I will see all of you guys later.